got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Deshaun Watson's Falcons going up against Rodgers' 49ers.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They go with Howard again. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now a play fake. Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Nice little juke. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Freeman again. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
The penalty. Here's Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. So they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown. Swain, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Running with Howard. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. You keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because fans, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 40, 30, the 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies? Someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Here in the first. Here's Watson, option left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Faking the give, now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
26.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons' offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, 81 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And, oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On play action, now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more. Here's they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Let's go!
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught. And that one results in 35 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he rifles one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. Aguilar has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A shotgun snap for Watson. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Second down, Johnson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Two minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body. Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw is Watson. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing. No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries. Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure it's something. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Whoosh.
Still fighting for more. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Watson now to throw. Screen play. Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now it's Watson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard near the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you across the country. Time report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They go counter with Howard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a.
49 At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So the D-line's going to spread out. On first down, Rodgers. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. A give to Howard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 17-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Watson, option left. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL, but it seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. They complete it to Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They run with Howard, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is Howard on second down, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
They'll come out in the pistol. To throw, it's Rodgers. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They come out here in the eye. On the sneak, Rodgers. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now Howard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So out come the Falcons now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Completes it to Aguilar. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, near the 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They go to Johnson again. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Watson. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 4th down, Watson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Time running out here on the play clock. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says He has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll...
Guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
They've got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Let's go.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other."
He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say goodnight from Silicon Valley.